rave. It's Mega Ran signing off here with Super Dave. Hey, on the love.
Welcome to Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show, on location at KaPow Comics and Coffee here in beautiful Colorado Springs. I'm here with my two lovely co-hosts, Kate Flower from Geeks for Charity and of course Big Show Entertainment Network, and the lovely Lorelei Cosplay, Mia St. Clair. Ladies, welcome to Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show, our movie review panel. So, let me start off right off the top. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales is releasing this week. The news is someone stole the film.
What?
Yes. So,
yes, this is very serious.
right,
Very
so
serious.
I guess if Disney or the FBI can find who stole the film.
Oh, Disney will definitely find them first.
Yeah.
$10 says they will find them first.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you guys that stole that film will be telling no tales because you'll be dead.
Oh my.
Very dead.
But I guess they're ransoming the film for bitcoins. And
Bitcoins?
yeah, bitcoins.
What is that?
Educate
us.
It's easier to launder.
Yeah, it's currency that's very easy to launder, and pretty much impossible to trace. So if you watch the movie Dope, which I watched last weekend, yeah, you gotta see
Suggested
that.
it to me. I still haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
because they talk about bitcoins and Dope. Very good movie. But you know, I wrote a quick blurb on Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show on the Facebook page. And folks, go make sure you like our Facebook page. That basically, if the movie's not any good, no one's going to care whether it was stolen or not. So, do you really have anything to ransom? So, what do you think?
I mean, they stepped it up a notch. No one.
But I think that, I mean, they brought back Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann for this movie. So.
I mean, I think it's all the hype. Whether the movie's good or bad, the ransom is. I mean, it's not smart by any means, but it has merit.
Yeah.
It's just weird that they're almost holding like an entire corporation and company hostage rather than like someone's kid.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of people like making ransom negotiations unless it's on TV. So I was like, wow, this is really happening.
Yeah, this is
one,
big.
I want to know how they stole it because that's impressive in general.
Yes.
And two, just that phone call. Who did you call? I have your movie. What? You don't get it back unless you
wonder
give me
if it's
Bitcoins.
more like a stunt of sorts in order to, like, if we release
Publicity?
it in time. Yes, if we release it in time, people are going to be like, oh man, this was a movie that was stolen. We gotta go watch it now. It's actually out.
I mean, but people would have watched it anyways. Pirates of the Caribbean, and I know they've kind of beaten it, but it's still such a fun series.
It is.
Yeah, but I think the last few movies have not been that great. They have not been able to capture the essence of the first movie, which is difficult to do, in all fairness to Disney. Answer your question, Bob Iger, the president of Disney, did confirm that the film was indeed stolen. And it's actually pretty easy to do it if you keep it all in-house, but a lot of films get sent to other companies to do work on the film, and their security is not as strong as, or they can't afford the security that, say, a Disney has. So I think that's how it got stolen.
They're used to people pirating it or filming it in the studios. I don't think they honestly thought in transit someone would just like take it.
Well, it could be. It could be an inside job.
Well,
I mean,
That was something that passed through my mind was an inside job.
right? Because
You would have to know when the best time or place to do something like that. Yeah.
right.
And I'm sorry, I still am just in shock because I was like, wait, this is just a new form of thievery that I've just never even contemplated.
Being a thing. Also,
Yeah,
I did
not see that coming.
I guess because being part of movie processes is not anything that we are a part of, so I don't think of the transferring of a movie.
The actual footage.
Yeah, like
You're
that's you have to actually hold that thing. It's a thing. Yeah. I don't know how big it is. I'm thinking like a movie reel. So that in my mind is what I'm thinking, but that's not the case. So
It's
just
digital.
Like,
It's all digital. Yeah.
So is it like a little?
You're like, what is it? What did you steal?
Exactly.
Right. Well,
Was it an email you intercepted? Like, what is this? That's
right. Well, I mean, that's something we can look into, but I believe it's a digital exchange. I'm more leaning toward the inside job because, you know, us regular Joes on the street, we're not going to know when you're making the movie, when you're, like you said, when you're transferring it to have this done to it and that done to it. So I believe it's probably an inside job. But then again, you know, who would have guessed it? Pirates have pirated Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh
Dead
my
Men Tell
Okay,
No
how
Tales.
long did you plan that?
I just thought of that when I.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Like,
No, actually, I thought of that the other day. So,
oh, okay, see.
But
But
yeah, we'll go ahead, Kate.
no, just how interesting also that they stole pirates. There's a lot more. There's many other films coming out that people would probably still build a ruckus. And why even try to anger Disney? Like, just
I know.
again, scarier than the FBI for me at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Disney.
Well, I mean,
As this
you
is
know,
a lot.
if,
Like, this
if
is
it
gonna
has
be
value, someone's going to want to pirate it.
That's true.
No pun intended there. But wow, so that's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Be releasing this Thursday. We're going to really, we're going to try to catch that this Thursday. Wow, we got a busy week ahead, folks. We'll catch Pirates, give you a quick lightning review, and then we're off to Phoenix. So for Phoenix Comic Con 2017. Let me ask you about Guardians of the Galaxy. It is nearing 300 million, or getting close to that, and it's only been out for what? Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah, 2 weeks, and it's made well over 200 million. So it looks like it's gonna,
reach it.
yeah, be one of those. It might get into the top 10 of all time. We have to see. But any thoughts on Guardians and it almost in a couple weeks making well over $200 million?
I think it deserved it. That move, I loved the second one. I mean, the thing about making sequels is everyone's expecting almost a replica of the first one, usually, is what I seem to find when people complain about a second movie. It's not supposed to be a replica. And I thought they did an incredible job of giving us more depth to the characters, more to look into, more on their backstories. Like, that's important. It makes you love the characters more, which to me was a really big deal. So the first Guardians was more action and hilarity, and this one was a little more emotional, and that's totally okay.
Right.
Like, I want to know these things about these characters. I want to know that, what it is that they're struggling with and why they do these certain. It's a very important part of a movie. You cannot have a good movie without having characters that you can believe in and trust and love. And they started out great with the first one, and I just love them more in the second one. I thought it was amazing. Clearly, other people agree, but so many are just like, it wasn't as good as the second because you were expecting for it to be like a replica, and that's not how you build a story.
No, I mean, I like the fact that, again, we're having more, not even just sequels, but more just continuations of a story because people want to know more about the characters.
Yep.
They're like, I like that character, but it's nice in the second one to learn a little bit more about them and to grow with that character, as well as just in general, instead of a replica, half the time I almost get mad if they use the same joke. Like Kung Fu Panda 1 and Kung Fu Panda 2 are my big things of just comparing really good sequel. It had a different message, but you grew with the characters, but it was well done. But they did like a hats off to kind of the skadoosh from the first one.
Yeah.
The third one redid almost every joke from the first and the second, and there was no real new material, and I was waiting for this moment, this dramatic moment with the character. He meets his father, who he's never met, and it was this goofy, hey, just meet all these pandas, we roll around, and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Because they make, like, in the second one, it looks like his mom is this strong woman, like, she drops off her baby, she's running, she's taking them away, and her father's like, get out of town. And you know, and then they're just these goofy rolling panda bears.
Yeah.
And they redo every joke, and you're like, okay, those jokes are funny, but not for the third time.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you deliberately do something like that that follows
Unless you do the
series. You know, almost like Supernatural, when at this point when they die, you're like, ah! You're like, we know that's funny.
Right,
You'll be back, it's fine.
Yeah, well, I would agree with that. You know, I love Guardians. The reason we all love Guardians is because of the characters. Okay, so you know my formula for a good movie. You know, if you write a great script plus good directing plus good acting, you will have a good movie. So I love the fact that they developed the characters. That's the reason why we love Guardians, because we're in love with Star-Lord and Groot and Rocket and Gamora. You know, that's why we go to the movie. We want to see those characters. They captured our imagination. So,
And I think Chris Pratt,
yeah,
brilliant casting choice for him.
yeah,
Yes.
love Pratt. So awesome. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, go check it out. I want to ask you ladies about a movie that I'm hearing some very good news this week. It's a very welcome relief. I think a few months ago, one of my friends, actually a comic book named Knowalski, hit me up with the email saying that people from inside were saying that Wonder Woman wasn't any good, and I said, whoa, wait up. You know, that sounds like a rumor to me, because you've got Patty Jenkins directing, and she is an excellent director. Let's give it a chance and let's see what happens. So, which is almost unheard of, Warner Brothers has allowed several critics to see the movie already, well ahead of the release, and they're all saying it is the best of all of the DCEU movies.
All right.
Which I know that's kind of a low bar, but I'm hearing that Wonder Woman is an excellent movie.
As long as they
So-
keep stepping it up.
As long as they keep stepping it up.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to ask you about Wonder Woman. This is a monumental film. This is the first female superhero film of all time. Your thoughts on Patty Jenkins starring Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, aka Diana Prince, releasing on. We're going to see it on June the 2nd, actually. So.
I've got a lot of opinions, and they're trying to roll out at the same time.
Okay, take your time.
I am really excited for Wonder Woman. She was the first female superhero I ever fell in love with. She spoke strength and determination and perseverance and appropriate use of power for a female. So it's a really big deal for me to see the movie. I literally have one problem. She doesn't have blue eyes. That is it.
Okay.
No, it's one of
That
those
is
little
it.
things you're just like,
Yes. That was the only thing. I think Gal worked so hard for this.
Right.
I feel like she's become very passionate about it. I know she's gotten a lot of backlash because she's too skinny, and Diana's supposed to. Diana's a woman. Women come in different sizes, so she looks like she can still kick butt. So whatever. That was ridiculous to me.
Okay.
Like, because the fans had a clear idea of who they wanted, but that actress is on Marvel's side, so you can't
I can't
do
remember
that.
who.
Jamie Alexander.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the fans' choice for Wonder Woman. Can't cross it over like that.
Right, and that's true. And I'm old school. I'm a Linda Carter fan, but I also love Gal Gadot. It's either Gadot or Gadot. So, Gail, I saw your video the other day, and I know you kind of tweaked your back. So, from all of us at Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show, we hope that you recover real soon. But no, the blue eye thing, that's okay with me. I mean, Gal Gadot is a beautiful woman. She really did a great job in Batman v Superman, which, as you know, I had a lot of
Opinions about?
Yeah, I had a lot of opinions about. I was very upset about that movie.
Yeah.
So, but this is a big film, and I want to encourage all the ladies in Super Cool Nation and across the United States to grab your mom, your sister, your aunt, your niece, heck, grab your nephew, your brother, your husband, your dad, everybody, and go check out Wonder Woman, because I think it's going to be awesome. So, Kate, thoughts on Wonder Woman?
I do like the strength that's coming with it, because when I was first introduced to a female superhero, it was more Marvel, so Storm and Rogue, and they were some badass chicks.
Right.
And I always saw Wonder Woman and never really thought much of it. Mostly, I'm not gonna lie, the outfit, I was like, man. But seeing her go and watching more of the DC and like the Justice League, seeing her go toe to toe with the top of that elite group.
Yeah.
Like, she's not just one of the lackeys that's there. She is one of the top with the big boys, and she kicks some butt. And I don't know much about this actress, or, again, a lot of that storyline, but I think she emulates it. She stays feminine while with a strength.
Right.
And a little bit of an accent, really, I think,
I loved that.
yeah.
I loved that.
it gives you that sense of otherworldliness when she has.
And like she's from the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which like, thank
She's
you.
Israeli.
Yeah.
Israeli. Sorry.
So-
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's Israeli. So I think the fact that she's from the Mediterranean
Was a big deal.
The blue eyes is not a big deal with me.
And I'm glad they didn't try to, at least they didn't try to fake it. It
Yeah.
could have been worse if they put like blue contacts on her or something. You're just like, oh, they don't, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I hate when they
that-
try
Right.
to fix something. If they just own it and they're like, well, we get it, it's not. Or like even Star Trek, when they changed the bridge and they had that first scene where you walk onto the bridge, I almost lost it because I was like, no, this is not the bridge. What the heck is this? But I forgave a lot. I forgave a lot for that series because they did. They took it a new direction. They kept, I think, the soul of it alive. And the second one, I think my only pet peeve was not the blue eyes, but I get that they reversed the Captain Kirk and Spock thing. The way he said Khan, and I know that probably had to be the hardest line in the whole thing, because I'm like, that is the line everyone's waiting for. How do you say it? And it just wasn't.
Right.
I thought the guy that played Benedict Cumberbatch did great at
I thought
Khan.
he
Even
was
though, he didn't look similar, he had that.
all
was
about
awesome.
it. He owned it.
But
Yeah.
that one Khan, I was like,
Yeah, I like Benedict as Khan.
but I mean, poor guy having to do that line. That is a lot of pressure.
Right.
Everyone's expecting it.
Right.
Everyone knows. But that was the one thing. It's like, it's the one
Yeah.
detail. That, I'll watch it and I love it. But,
Right. Well, speaking of Star Trek, folks, check out the trailer for Star Trek Discovery on Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show Facebook page. It does look badass. I'm very excited for that. But no, I think Wonder Woman's going to be amazing. I'm very excited for it. I'm a big DC guy. You ladies know that I'm a big Superman guy. So DC, Warner Brothers, if this is the case and Wonder Woman is awesome, congratulations. I've given you a lot of heat, but the reason I've given you the heat is because I love DC. And we want, as fans of DC and DC characters, the top 3 of all time are Superman, Batman, and you could say Wonder Woman's in the top 5 along with Captain America and Spider-Man from Marvel. All we want is great movies. So give us great movies and we'll love you a long, long time. So with that, I'm going to ask you about one more movie and then we're going to get out of here. They're doing a lot of advertising for it. It does look very interesting. I like the whole angle of Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll, but the Mummy.
Yeah, no, the more I've researched it, I think, is it still like almost a continuation of the Mummy series? They're using kind of some of the same graphics.
Yeah, but I think it's a totally different.
I think it's a whole totally different
it's
bend.
totally
and that,
different.
that was the only weird
Yeah.
thing is when they used the like the wah with the
Yeah.
sand. I was like, but I know that one.
Yeah.
And I like what they're doing. I like that they're planning on continuing it. If it had just been a big blockbuster, we want to make another Mummy film, I think I would have been way angrier. But yeah, with that Russell Crowe thing, and I started researching the Dr.
Yeah, 'cause-
Jekyll.
Yeah.
If you have a plan for a movie instead of just it's gonna be big and explosions, and, no, then I'm more.
Michael Bay, he loves explosions.
Eh,
Can't do much else, but he can blow some stuff up.
heck yeah, and those 5-second scene changes. See,
Yeah.
that's.
So, Mummy.
I have forgiven it, and I want to see it.
Yeah, I think this is Universal's. This is their whole new thing with the monster movie theme. This is all brand new, and I'm excited to see it. You've got the hardest working man in Hollywood, Tom Cruise,
Gotta give him
outside of what's his name, the comedian. He was in. I have to think about it for a second. Short. Kevin Hart.
There you go.
Kevin Hart.
Short comedian.
Second hardest working man in Hollywood. So love you, Kevin. But no, I think Mummy's going to be an interesting and fun movie to watch. I think a little bit of a surprise because we're not really expecting much. So what do you think, Mia?
I had no idea Russell Crowe was playing Dr. Jekyll, so this news to me. I love Russell Crowe though, so that alone makes me excited for it. I also was not looking forward to it, but now I am because I know that he's going to be in it. So for me, sometimes it just takes the right actor whose work I believe in,
Right.
and I will be there. I will give the movie a chance. Sometimes I absolutely love the movie. So that's what I'm hoping happens for this one. Actually.
Right.
I'm just hoping to keep that little bit of snark.
Yes, please.
Because, I mean, no offense, I love the classic monster movies, but if you don't have that little off, we don't take them as seriously. Like, I don't know if we ever took them that seriously, but, it's just one of those things.
Right. Well, we will see in a couple of weeks. The Mummy will be coming out June 9th, 1 week after Wonder Woman. So that is our movie review for this week. And I want to thank Team KaPow here, Martin, Lauren, Lorenzo, Paul, Dylan, Nick, and we can't forget Erica. So until next time, for Kate Flower, Lorelei Cosplay, aka Mia St. Clair, I'm Super Dave Rains on the love.